Hello and welcome back to Weyermann's Whimsy. It is Junk Journal Wednesday and it has been a couple of weeks since I've done a junk journal, so my apologies for the gap, but we are back. This week I have got a steampunk theme going on, and this is the paper, and I've just printed this out on regular printer paper. I don't have it on cardstock, and that's because I wanted to mount it on cardstock. So this is the ephemera sheets. This says as time goes by, but it's a little difficult to see, but it's as time goes by. And then this is well-behaved women rarely make history. And then we've got a few different kind of steampunk ideas there. This is the main page, and I love this. It almost looks like 3D. It looks like things are floating, and I really, really quite like that. This is one of the background pages. Another of the background pages, which I also used for the back of the main page. And then this is another of the background pages as well. So lots of different creative ways you can use those pages. And what I've got here, I'm just going to do the front of this one. I've got a 5.5 by 6 piece of Stampin' Up's very vanilla cardstock. And I've cut down and torn some of the paper. I'm just going to get my adhesive out, and it's going to be noisy because I've run out of my silent adhesive, and I haven't got my order in or sourced the different one that one of the viewers told me about that I need to try. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just pop this down. It's going to hang over the edge, and I'm just going to tear that back like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put this piece down, and you can tell it's just printer paper because the back of the paper is just really saturated as well. So we're just going to pop this down right in the corner. This has been cut to the right height so that it covers the whole page, and I wanted this little gap in here. Now I'm trying to figure out how I was going to do this piece, and I was going to I was just going to tear it a bit more like this and then pop it down like this. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to do. I get things started, and then of course when I come to do the video I'm like, where was I going with that? What did I think I was going to do with that? So we're going to pop this down here like this, making sure we're lined up, and there we go. So, and if you are a little bit over, you can always trim your edges. I'm just gonna make sure my edges are tucked down. So that is pretty much what I want to do with this. I do have these wonderful pieces. I've got some gears in here, and some even match the colors on the paper. I've got some watches in here. What I'm going to do is, this is the offcut when I trimmed the edge off. So it's about 5.5, and I scored it at 1.5, and I scored it at 2, and then I just trimmed a little bit off so that it would fold over. And I'm going to build kind of a little book for the middle of this. And I love this saying on this: what you do today can improve all of your tomorrows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the front of the card first. Because what I'm going to do is, when the front is built, I'm going to add all kinds of bits and pieces and then put the back of each of the flaps on so that I can build and cover up any of the back. What I need to do, these are all front pieces, is I have the Tim Holtz Weathered Wood as my ink, and I liked it because it's got the blue in it. It's not a bright blue, but it kind of ties in with some of the colors in the background of the paper. So I'm just going to come through here and add some ink to the edges. I'm going to do the same with this piece here. I'm just going to come through, add that color like that. Just take some of the brightness off that paper, and let's just a bit more ink. Do the same on the other side. And I'm okay if it gets a bit blotchy, because this is not meant to be perfect. It's just meant to be effective. So there we go. So that's got some ink done on there. Might as well just add some ink to this while we're here. Just kind of tie it all together. There we go. Maybe a little bit more up here. So there we go. I'm not going to do too much around the edges because there's already kind of lots of stuff going on. So let's put the lid back on this just for now. And we're going to do the front. And I just cut these at 2 different angles. There's no rhyme or reason to it. This piece is going to go on the front here. So I'm just going to attach that down. Just put a couple of pieces of adhesive so that I can attach this, and it will fit right on the base there, like that. Now, it does overhang, and that's fine. Now we're going to do the other side of the front, and I'm using this lovely lady in the cute outfit, and I'm going to tuck that on right like that. And then I'm going to take the Well-Behaved Women Rarely Make History, and I'm just going to tuck a piece of this ribbon behind it like this. So I'm going to pop the adhesive down, just pop this in behind like this. It's meant to stick out the one side, not the other. And we're just going to add some adhesive right over top of that, and we're going to pop it down like that. Okay, so now we're going to do the inside of the card, and this piece is going to go on the inside, and it's dance like no one's watching, sing like no one's listening, love like you've never been hurt, play like there's no winners, behave like mom's watching, give like you have plenty, and the last one is and smile. So I'm just going to add some ink to the back of this one here like this, and then I'm going to put adhesive on here. Sorry, I'm probably way out of frame, so I'm just putting some adhesive on the back of that, and I'm going to put a piece of this lace like this and just trim it off. And then we're going to add some more adhesive across the back like that. And we're going to tuck this down right along that edge. So it looks a little crooked, but that's okay. We're going to go with crooked, I think. Maybe just straighten it up just a little bit. And it's not really sticking down. So I'm going to make sure I've got more adhesive on the edge of the paper. And then we'll pop this back down like that. There we go. Okay. So now we've kind of got the front there. We've got a couple little tags kind of idea. Now we've got this lovely owl made out of metal parts and the gears in behind it. And that's going to go right in the middle like this. And I've got this washi tape, and it's from the Backyard Notebook set. And if I can get the end lifted, I should have lifted the end before I started the video, but there we go. Just pick up that end and just tear a small piece off, and that's going to go across the bottom just like that. Just adding a little bit of detail, not adding a lot. Just kind of adding to empty space. And I've got the same in this olive green. We're going to do the same thing. Just going to add a piece in here. And it's scrappy. It's just totally scrappy. Now this piece is going to go in here like this. And this one, we're not actually covering anything up on this one. We've still got that kind of loose end there. So I am going to take another piece of this, and I am going to run it down the edge like that. So I'm just going to trim this off, and we're going to put adhesive on here like this, and then we're going to pop this down like this. And I need to trim the one end off because it's in the fold, but that's okay. So I'm just going to trim that off like that. We've still got a little bit kind of hanging out. I'm just going to fold that over like that. So we've got a little bit of continuity. I've got this empty space up here, and I am going to grab probably, I didn't pick these out beforehand, but I think maybe I'll pick out this one. And I'm going to use some of this, and I'm going to pop it through like that. And I'm just going to tie it. And this bling, the gears and the clocks and that are all Amazon. I just looked for ephemera pieces, and this is what came up. So I really like them. I've used them a bit before. I really like them for making tags. So I'm going to pop this down, and this is going to go kind of right here, but we are going to add some more color to it first. Like this. We're just going to add that color right in. We're just going to dab it really, really well. And then I'm going to take this. It's going to go over top like that. But what I'm going to use to put it down is glue dots. So I'm going to see if I can't pick up some glue dots with this. I'm going to use one at the top here. The nice thing about glue dots is you can shape them. So I'm going to put one in the middle of the clock where the hands are, like that. And once I can actually get it to stick on the back there, I can take my piercing tool and I can just move that in so it doesn't show. And then I can pop this down like that. So that kind of, that's that space there. So when we fold this over, we've got the interest going on. And I wouldn't mind putting a little bit more in here. I might put, maybe I'll get one of the gears out. That looks like a good gear. What else do I have for gears? Looking to see if I've got one that's a bit more solid. Maybe I'll use that one on there, and I'll save that one out as well. We're going to do the same thing with the glue dot. That's the big glue dots. We're going to use the small glue dots. And I'm just going to pick one up with the middle of this one. Like that. And we're going to pop this down right here like this. It's not right at the hinge, so it's not going to stop this from folding over. We're going to do that. And I'm wondering, did I get another small, there, we've got a nice, I think I might use that one. It's like a screw with a, oh, it's not a socket, and I can't remember the name for it. Apologies to all out there who know what that is. I worked in the heavy equipment industry for ages, and I know what it is. I just can't think of the word. It starts with an S, and I can't think of it. And we're just going to pop that down right there like that. So we've got that, we've got that, we've got lots and lots of bling going on. I love the weight of this. So what we're going to do now is we are going to just pop this down onto our card or our front like this. And I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put that in behind and then put this down like this. So let's put some adhesive down. We'll put our piece of lace down, and I'm going to add some ink to the lace, because why not, right? Let's make sure that it all kind of goes together. And then I'm going to put adhesive down the back of this, and it's going to pop right like that. So I'm going to give it a good push, make sure it's there. I am loving this. I don't really have a way to keep this closed, and that's kind of something I should have thought of. I'm wondering if I have a piece of this that's long enough that I could tie it over top to create a tie to keep this closed. But I've glued this down, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pop it back up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, it's popping up. So we're going to put this in behind and just re-stick that down. This one might actually end up needing to be glued down, just because of the weight of it. But then I can come in and I can just tie that closed like that. I could have used a longer piece and just tied a bow, but I'm just going to leave it as just the half knot, just to kind of keep it closed. Now I've got lots of other things here too that I haven't used on this page that I could tuck in, but I'm actually quite happy with how it looks now. So I am going to just leave it as it is with our lovely little book that we created in the middle. And all of the paper is available on the Weyermann's Whimsey website for download. The main page, this one here, is a free download, or all of the 6 pages are available for $5 Canadian. So thank you so much for watching. Let's create together again soon.